clock is absolutely mandatory.
There was Gorilla House, then there was the Rumble House. Now there's the Isle of Roux, where no one can tell us what to do.
Hello! Welcome to the Isle of Roux. We are so happy you made the journey. Should I begin with that?
Dun, 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 dun.
This is Isle of Roux number 79. Just so you know. I know, time's passing very quickly. The Creator gifted us with this land that we are blessed to share and care for together. We acknowledge that the land we gather on will consist as the ancestral territory of the Siksika, Sidipi, the Siksika, the Gaina, the Piikani, and the Amskapi Piikani. We acknowledge all First Nations and Métis of Treaty 7 lands, the Sutena, the Akapi, which includes Bearspaw, Chiniki, and Goodstoney. We commit to advancing reconciliation guided by truth, respecting treaty laws, and humbly walking alongside First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. We recognize all who live, work, play, and make art on these lands, and who now call this place home. We're very grateful to have time to get together to make artwork. Hey, Kelly, I'm gonna share the thingy. Beep. There we go. There's the pathway to get to the Isle of Roux. How was your week, Felix? How was your week, Rich?
Good. I'm still kind of like bummed out from how bad Saturn 9 was.
Saturn 3.
Saturn 3. It's 3 times worse than I expected.
That's pretty intense. Sadness. Hey, Kelly.
Hello.
How's your week been?
Very busy and very tiring and very stressful.
Oh, well, it's nice that you're here. And then, what are you working on in your studio?
I'm drilling the holes to put the hangers on the resin. And then after that, I have to work on the dragon painting that I did. So I used the stencil to do the outline, and then I'll fill it in.
That's wonderful.
Kelly, can you
So
send
that'll
the,
be good. What?
can you send the link to Zach and Theo?
Yeah, I'll go back on YouTube there. And then, did you guys go to Stampede?
No, not yet.
We're going to.
Yeah, we're going on Saturday, I think.
Oh, it's the same day I'm going with Steve.
Nice.
He asked me because we're going to go see my art that's in the Western Oasis.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be cool because he said, "Don't you want to go see your art?" I'm like, "Yeah." But we're going on the hottest day of the week.
Oh, well, that's good because your artwork's inside.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like, so I'm actually, there's a they have gluten-free corn dogs. So I kind of want to try that.
Oh, cool.
And normally don't eat Oreos, but I want to try the deep fried Oreos that are gluten-free.
Oh, that's fun.
I figure you guys are gonna try all sorts of cool food.
I'm not sure.
All I can say is don't try the pickle pizza. I've seen people eating it and they said it was gross.
What was it?
Pickle pizza.
Oh, interesting.
Had like pickles or something on it.
I don't think anyone in this house except for me would eat that.
You guys gonna go on some rides hopefully or nah?
Yeah, we're gifted
Yeah.
gate passes and ride passes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I can imagine Rich on something going upside down going woohoo.
I used to really like rides, and then I started pole vaulting in high school, and they don't really do much for me now.
I can't do too many upside down rides. I got wrecked I went on the salt and pepper shaker a couple years ago, like 15 years ago,
Get a paper
and I got
towel.
slammed up against the side of the cage, and I got winded. And so I ended up feeling sick on those kind of rides.
There's rubbing alcohol over there.
Okay.
So then my favorite ride there is, believe it or not, the bumper cars
Did you just?
and the haunted house, because it's old school haunted house with the little roller coaster going in and out.
You take it.
And I like the roller coaster.
Yeah, these
So
guys.
those are my favorite rides still. But
Forever.
I like the bumper cars. I don't know why. It's just fun to run into. Like, I actually would go when I went with Michaela. I would target her, and I'm like, I'm coming for you. But yeah, it'd be cool. Maybe we'll run into each other.
Probably.
We're going early in the morning, I think,
Yeah.
which is a good idea.
Well, we live downtown,
Yeah.
so like it's not like we're stuck there all day. We could go for an hour and come back and go for an hour. And we'll probably go all day, but I think being able to escape ends up making a big difference.
Felix is going, eh?
Felix and Oliver and Rich and Jess.
Well, that's cool.
Scott gave us tickets.
Yeah.
Well, that was nice of him.
King Scott.
You get to see. I know that Viviana might be there.
Nice.
She was live painting on one of the days. I saw her painting. I didn't go, but I just heard about it. But it'd kind of be cool to see, like, the person that I kind of like paintings. His name is Keith Adams or something, or Keith something. He paints realistic realistic animals.
Yeah, we know him.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Yeah.
I love his bears. I was like, oh, I can't afford one.
No, he is really nice.
I have a bear photograph. That's probably close enough. And then I've still got Dusty's bear that I bought off of her a long time ago. So I've got still some art here. It's select art. I don't have a lot of room in the basement.
That is fair.
I'd like to put stuff upstairs, but my other half doesn't like some of the stuff I like.
That's fair.
He likes photographs. We have photographs of we haven't done it yet. We have to put the waterfall from Squamish. He took a picture of the waterfall, and we never made it into a picture on the wall yet, canvas.
Here, hold on, here's one.
So eventually we'll do that. I'm doing the thing with the YouTube to find Zach and stuff. And Theo. Where did I put my YouTube?
All right, I got the link from YouTube onto Facebook.
Okay. Do you know any of the things I'm supposed to draw for Lori?
Yeah. And,
What are they?
and a pen and inkwell for the chapter breaks.
What's a pen and ink? I'll have to look that up.
And then sugar packs.
I'll start with a pen and ink.
Okay. That's interesting,
If
Scott.
you want to text her the link, you can tell her I'm going to work on her drawing so she can work with me on it.
Oh, sure.
That's like a generational thing that I know my dad would always talk about a pen and an inkwell. Teachers would talk about pen and inkwell. But like I'm sure you've never seen an inkwell.
Yeah, well, it's just like, yeah, I have. It's like just a jar, and then you have
On your
pen.
desk, it's
Yeah,
full.
and they used to make the desk with a hole in it, so you could actually put the inkwell in the hole in your desk, so it wouldn't like.
I have never seen an inkwell at school. I mean, I've seen a hole in the desk. I've never used an inkwell.
Mhm.
I didn't mean to ageism you.
No, it's okay. I was trying to like. Oh, nice. Maybe there's just a lag. Scott was saying I didn't get a notification from YouTube, only Rich's Instagram. And then he said the YouTube notification was like, that's good. Thanks for always checking on stuff.
Are we
Scott.
on Facebook? Is we got to put
And
it
I put it on Facebook too.
Okay, links are sent to both of them, Theo and Zach.
Thank
I'm
you.
on YouTube with you guys. I didn't go back to Facebook, but I sent it through the messenger, so
How is it different?
it's okay. I like it.
No, I
Pretty
mean,
good.
like, what's the difference between? We don't know. We're on the other side of the camera, right? What's the difference between being on YouTube and Instagram?
Well, when you guys share the link, I just do it on my laptop now. I was trying to do it on my phone, which is more complicated. So I just kind of go back into the chat and I copy the link and then I send it through Facebook. So I go back into the Facebook page, my Facebook page, and just send it through because we're friends. So I send it to Zach and Theo.
No, I mean when you said you're going to go back to like, what does it look like? How does it look different?
It's the same. It looks the same.
Oh.
The image is still the same because you're using StreamYard, right? So the image doesn't change. But I think it's not lagging like it did in Facebook.
Nice.
Remember you had all the lagging issues?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with YouTube, their servers are more up to date, maybe. So
Yeah.
it's more it doesn't lag.
Yeah, it's like so much better that we're using YouTube now. So Facebook blocking you, Rich, was the best thing.
Well, the only bad thing about Facebook is some people don't use the YouTube as much as I thought. Some people do, some people don't.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But the thing is, with Facebook, there's more viewers, I think, that probably log in.
Our viewers on Facebook, however, they don't last. So, like, the link gets dropped after a few months. Now, it doesn't matter to us whether people are watching or not, but if we're doing the show and we're hoping to get some level of exposure, then it turns out that when we do it through the YouTube, just like it doesn't affect you at all, but the way we set up, when we set up primarily through Facebook sharing to YouTube, I guess is the way to say it, we would end up with, by the end of the week, there's evidence that sometimes 20,000 people watched it. When I say watched, it might have been like saw it for 3 seconds. But it has to be on for a certain amount of time for it to register. And then on top of that, generally, if we were getting 20,000 views, it was on a day that we're getting 13,000 exposures. So more than half of the people were watching it twice, which means they saw it, thought that's weird, and then clicked back on it to watch it some more, which means they're actually watching it. But with what we're doing now with the going primarily through the YouTube, where it's only getting seen by like 3,000 people, but every week it records as 3,000 people watched it, which only matters to the extent that like other creators might look at us and go, "Whoa!" Like this one guy goes, "That's crazy. You're doing this, and there's only 14 people watching." It's like, no, that's just that one outlet that we use
at that moment,
right?
Yeah.
And so actually, YouTube was one of those links. So if you look at our last week's show, I think there's 170 views, and the week before there's 3,000 views, and then there's 2,000 views, and then there's
300. That it went up to 300 last.
yeah,
week. But you're saying
the
it's,
difference
like,
between
weird.
like 6 is like
Yeah.
the YouTube channel with 6 views looks like kind of like not really a YouTube channel.
Well, also we hit 100,000 like last week or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
ago.
we're actually way past that now. Want to know where we're at?
And it's cool because it's like it's not about like keeping up with numbers.
So I'm looking at subscribers to you guys. So you have 706 subscribers,
No, we
921 videos.
have 500
But-
subscribers.
Yeah, so it's going up slowly, but the thing is, what will happen is, I tell people, some people are not on Facebook,
Mhm.
but they're on YouTube. So I say, check out Isle of Roux on YouTube, and they'll go, and I say it's at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays, and then people will come and check it out.
Yeah.
Because when I was telling them on Facebook to check it out, some people do not have Facebook accounts.
Exactly. Yeah.
We
And
would do those
So
if
that's
it wasn't for this show.
Yeah.
so. And the thing is, what will happen with the show, because you guys are on YouTube now, I think people will start tuning in and watching what's going on, and then go, hey, this is cool. And then they'll start watching on a regular basis, and then they'll tell their friends, and then they'll tell their friends. That's how it works with the YouTube. A lot of people will just keep going, and they'll ask other people. Like, I always try to, like, when I'm at an art show, or if I'm somewhere and I say, hey, you want to check out a really cool thing, try this. And I said, like, one of the artists I was talking to, I said, well, can't remember his name. I lost. Oh yeah, he actually was at Rumble House. He was the one who's selling the wire wrap jewelry.
Oh, nice.
Can't
Yeah.
remember his name.
Cool.
So he was at one of the markets I was at, and we became friends on Instagram.
Nice.
And he's just slowly trying to build himself up again to do his things. So I said, worst case, I can talk to Rich, and you can go online and show what you do on Isle of Roux.
That's like that would be great.
But-
yeah.
So I haven't kind of touched base with him yet,
Yeah.
but
Send
I
them
had
the link.
planned to do that.
Just send them the link. Just send them the link.
Yeah. Because we're on Instagram.
Well, if he's around, yeah, I'll do that. We're friends on Instagram. That's the only bad thing. So I have to go into Instagram to do that.
What's another thing you have to do for
Bag
of sugars?
sugar packets.
Sugar packets.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I'll start sending him the links, and then I'll just I'll start trying to get him on, and then if because he works, I think during the day. I'm not sure, so I don't know much about him.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But I added him. So we have a group called Market Friends, and so the Market Friends, what we do
I show you a picture
is
because
Sure.
we
like,
talk about the different markets, what's good, what's bad, stuff like that. But it's almost like a collective. So there's 200 of us, and there's all people that do art and jewelry and sculpture and ceramics and macrame and all sorts of people in that group.
cool.
And so there's several artists as well. There's one person that she's writing a book.
Here.
So there's a lot of people in that group. But yeah, I'll see if I can get a hold of him and add him.
Yeah, cool.
What am I looking at?
I don't know. It's like an AI thing that she was messing around with the same idea, and then she said, if you could do like, she said it's like a running joke in that book, and then she also said that she is going to be sending us like the chapter synopsis, so then you can do more pictures. So she said that's awesome.
Did you talk to her tonight?
Right now, when you mentioned it, I messaged her.
Does she want to come and join
She
us?
said she can't, but she said she's going to be sending you the chapter breakdown soon. So, so then you can do more.
Right.
Like, we're not behind. You're doing a great job. You are great.
Okay. Speaking of behind, we need to get a hold of Jerry and let him know whether we're working at the record store. Can I tell you something, Felix?
Mhm.
I am so grateful that you stopped shaking the table.
So you guys are working at the record store this summer?
Maybe. We're just
I have to send business that way then, if I find anyone.
yeah. What other things might be in a sugar bowl?
Like whitener, like coffee whitener, sugar, brown sugar, raw sugar.
It's an expensive sugar.
Do you know what I think?
Hmm.
I think tomorrow morning we'll get up before sunrise and drive to Sylvan Lake.
That's nice.
Would you rather go in the hot sun
Or in the cool morning?
and bake on the beach, Felix?
I don't like
Oh, luckily I'm the dad. Would you rather just sit around and play video games all day?
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
What?
I'd rather just like go on a bike ride.
Do you want a bike ride to Sylvan Lake?
Uh, I don't really know what that is.
Isn't it by Edmonton?
Red Deer.
In Edmonds, Red Deer's halfway to Edmonton.
Maybe even a little farther than halfway because you have to kind of go there and out. That's where we took you when you were a baby. And you used to pronounce all the vowels in your whatever word you said. I don't even know how you knew what the vowels were because they were like silent vowels. But you pronounced the beach.
They weren't silent.
The
and
biatch. And so we were getting you ice cream and you kept saying, "Are we going to go back to the biatch?"
And Jesse said, "I'm right here."
Hey, are the speakers on? Or is that some other sound?
That's outside.
That's a car, I think.
No, it's like a popping. Oh, that's you.
I'm embroidering.
Yeah, your embroidering sounds like when the speakers are popping.
Like that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why would you be sorry about that?
Oh, like, sorry if you thought there's something wrong with our mechanicals.
Felix said,
Mechanical?
"Dad, did you go down the stairs?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Sorry." Why are you saying sorry?
So Jess, I finished the painting finally
Oh, nice.
with the resin. So
Yeah.
it's heavy though.
Here, I'll put you on. Oh, that's cool. With the frame in the frame.
So it's resin and then it's coming out. It's cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I like that.
Super heavy though. Oh, and I just noticed some of the resin's leaking.
One of the teachers at school was leaving, and I made him a painting. And I'd been saving this frame for just such an occasion. And when I grabbed it, the frame was missing the back part, so it was just glass and clips. There was no
Oh no, the cardboard at the back.
yeah. So I made it out of cardboard, and it kind of worked. I was just worried it would fall off the wall and kill somebody.
Right.
And then the second time around, I took a piece of hardboard from my shelf, which fit two sides, but it was just short for the length.
Oh,
And I cut through a piece of hardboard with a mat knife in my classroom. And when I finally cut through it, I put it on. And then the gift day came, and I gave it to him. And the first thing he goes is, "Wow, that's really heavy." And I was like, "It's not going to fall apart and kill somebody, but yes, it's heavy." And then I literally went back to my classroom and found two foldable foam core boards, and there's a that on the paper.
That's really funny.
It was just after the nick of time.
Just after the nick of time. No.
I'm gonna let it dry. Just-
What are you saying?
Alright, I'm just gonna let it dry.
Are you since you're in marker mode, are you gonna do your D20 or are you gonna design all the sides
Oh, yeah. I
too?
can do that.
Also,
Here,
what happened
here,
with
this
your hat? You just left it, or
Yeah, I forgot.
did you wear it?
Yeah, I wore it. Black, I guess.
Do you know what font you want to use? That's exciting.
Did you know that Channing Tatum?
Move that. And this here. Nice. We could look up some really cool old school fonts.
Or runes?
Yeah.
Then only you will know what you rolled,
No, I swear I rolled a 20.
right?
I got an idea.
Is there anything else? Bowl of sugar.
Well, the only thing we have so far from her is that one chapter, and it's just the woman talking with the one AI in the different program. So it's like right now it's just one scene.
If ever there was a book that you should have AI artwork for, I mean, I didn't want to talk myself
Sorry.
out of the work, but still, like,
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a normal D20 just to make sure that I'm good.
Oh, right, stop, right there. No, go to the brown. Take a step. Take a step. Do you see the brown shelf? There's a jar there with a bunch of dice. Just look in the cups. It might not be what you want, but I still wanted you to take them. Just pick the cups up and look to see if they have dice in them.
I'm trying to find.
Do you find?
I don't know what cup you're talking about.
Is there any kind of container on that shelf?
Yeah, but
Pick the container up and look inside. You'll have to pick up all the containers and look inside.
I don't.
There's no containers there?
There's a lot of containers, but
I haven't seen you pick one up yet.
I picked up a lot.
I'm gonna get up and find it. I'm gonna be so grumpy by the time I get up.
Please. It's in my room. I've got some.
No, I'm asking you to get those
I
dice.
don't know where they are.
You got to pick up one of the cups and then look.
I picked up all the cups. Oh, they might be in these cups. You said the black one.
No, they're not. That's foods.
I didn't say black.
It's all brown.
Brown shelf.
Yes.
This is brown.
Yes.
These dice were all for you. By picking it up. Or into those, what you wanted?
But actually, one of them is.
You know where I got all those?
Where?
I found all those at school.
Oh, wow. How good day.
And I'm so good at like finding the owners of stuff, but those dice, I'm like, that's mine. I'm having that dice. Die.
If you didn't have it, did you think you might die?
But that joke's killing me. Literally. Okay, can I say something?
Oh, no.
You might want to just pencil them in or chalk them in before you mark them. Or you could use tape.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you screwed up, we can always paint over it. Not that I think you're going to screw up.
Could I have some tape?
Yeah. But there's some green tape right there.
On the handsaw.
I'd like, not unless you could see it. I wonder if Zach's been carrying the conversational weight lately.
It's usually you and Kelly carry the conversational weight.
No, I don't want to do it like this. This is going to take a really long time. And it's going to be weird because they're triangles. And it'll be hard to fit triangles into this.
Can I just show you something?
Mhm.
Pass me the tape. So what you do. That helps if you have a knife. So there's this movie I saw when I was a kid called Saturn III.
Mhm.
And I kind of remember it not being great. But we rented it. And it was the worst movie I've ever seen.
He's still angry from it.
I'm super angry from it because it had a good cast.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, even though I remembered it wasn't that good,
Didn't expect to do that.
no, right before I did. I remembered it wasn't very good, but I remember, like, right before it started, I was like, did Martin Amis really write this? And I was so shocked because Martin Amis is a great writer. Can I exist?
Well, I think you should use like
You need a light one that's going to show up.
or a dark one.
So then the movie started, and I was like shocked at how bad it
Could I
was.
do it?
Well, I'm just yes or no. You can do all the other numbers. I wonder if it's the heat that made them run like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all kind of weird.
I think they were like sitting for a really long time, and then I used them for something. Okay, now you can let that dry.
Now this is dry. See, that's why I thought if you have two things,
Yeah.
then you leave one to dry.
What's my sketchbook? What's okay, you ready?
I brought it here. I don't know where it is.
I just moved it because it was in the way. It's nearby.
See, many things. On it.
So tell me something you've learned about photography, Jesse. Or even better, something you've learned through photography. Like about photography, I would say would be more like, oh, like bright days, sunny 16. But through photography would be like,
I guess one thing I learned more from you than photography, but it came through photography is like light and like frame, like the frame that you see looking at the negative space of something rather than just looking at the stuff in the shot. So like looking at the empty space and then like looking at the light.
You probably picked that up from shooting black and white.
but like you getting me to like find the light, or like you getting me to like when you show me like a scene, not just like as a two-dimensional thing, but like with lots of depth, like you can see far away, and then you see in the far away is like a light. The light is there, so then you're like, see, get in that space of light. Like I never, when I'm shooting, I guess. Oh, it's like really similar to when we did figure drawing. When I model, then I understand what is more fun to draw when I'm modeling. So then I know the poses that are more interesting to draw. And then when I'm being in your photos, then I understand what makes for more interesting photos when I'm shooting, then because I see what you like what you see. And then I'm like, it's like reverse, because I'm less familiar with taking photos and more familiar with drawing. So then I learned that through I learned that. Does that make sense? Like understanding the picture plane as many layers as opposed to like as opposed to one flat space.
Yeah.
And like all of the different opportunities when you look like down a whole line of shapes and forms and values. It's really interesting, actually. Also, it's been cool because we did another batch of color developing last night, and just how I'm understanding, like I learned like how we learn things. I guess I learn about how you and I learn, but then also I've been like, I learn first the rote memorization. Like I do this, I do this, I do this, and so. But then now I'm starting to understand the why behind like what we're doing. So when we're going through the steps, I'm like, oh, this is this step, this is this step, and it's like I understand it more based on the science instead of just based on the rote memory or like what I wrote down.
You mean developing?
Yeah, with the developing. So I'm like understanding the stages a little bit better. And the why behind it, because you also ask good questions while we're developing, and then Googling stuff, like it's kind of refining in my brain. So then I'm not so dependent on even the paper anymore. I can like, because I'm starting to understand the why of it, then I can be a little bit more like present as opposed to like.
This one was a shocker for me. I'm not sure why I fell for it, but like I tend to ask a lot of questions of a lot of different sources.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, a lot of people are super anti-AI, but I like it to be one of the sources I seek for answers from. So between Google, which is kind of like pretty loaded with AI at this point now too.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I noticed about photography is a lot of the literature comes from the past 100 years of trying to get crisp, clean photos.
Right.
Right. How to capture the image.
Yeah.
But for us, like I shot Super 8 as a kid, so I have a little bit of understanding about framing and lighting.
Mm-hmm.
But those were movies, right? And then I really envied the kids that had money for photography in art school. Even my friends in the painting department that were able to take the photography courses.
Mm-hmm.
I was like super envious, but I just didn't have that money.
Yeah.
And I think actually, so a lot of my friends in the painting department gravitated towards photography, and I think that was because they inherently a lot of them took like art lessons.
Yeah.
And learned to draw from photo reference. I'm drawing
Right.
from a photo reference right now, which was funny because I definitely have you memorized. There's no point to do this. But
I feel like your brain works differently though, or does yours always coming from the same spot?
I have a photo of you, and I'm just making this up.
I like that. Keep going. Sorry.
Right. And then so I feel like I'm cheating by not looking at the photo. I also feel like I'm cheating by having a photo. And um totally dropped the plot. Oh yeah, so like there's so many things I just started to say that what I meant to say before I got sidetracked, maybe the other things will come back, is that my friends that took art lessons, right? Like Tammy had they kept her portfolio as the example of what is an exemplar for what a portfolio should look like, and they did not keep mine because mine was not the exemplar of what a portfolio should look like. Which is funny because I think maybe her limitation might have been that she took art lessons and only knew how to draw from photos. I think we were like in third year and she drew something out of her head and she was super blown away. And a couple of our painting friends to the gallery, really, really top end painters, would comment sometimes about us drawing out of our heads, which is weird because, like, especially if you talk to like somebody that does comic books, everything you do comes out of your head, right? And also, I remember one time this guy looked over my shoulder while I was drawing like Spider-Man or something. And I remember he's like, "Oh, you basically have every human body arrangement memorized." And I was like, I don't know why I found that so annoying, but it wasn't at all true.
So annoying. It's not about memorizing movements. It's about knowing
No,
the body
I was like, he
intimately.
thought I memorized every
Possibility.
possible angle that a comic book artist might do. And I think that would actually be way more fantastical than what I did, was just understanding how the shoulders attached and so forth.
Right.
So, but it really bought, like, I remember I was so angry. And I didn't say anything. It was just like, that's like one of those things where people try and give you a compliment. It's like,
Actually, it is kind of cute because, like, how, like, it's not a memorization, so it's not the right words, but, like, you can see, like, dynamic angles because of your comic book background that I don't think of necessarily. Like, when you go, like, even this guy, or, when I looked at it before, it was a little bit more, like, head on, like looking down. It's like, you always do come up with really interesting perspectives of humans, and it's not because you memorized all the possible things, but like because of your experience with comic books. Maybe you inherently know
what you do is you learn the anatomy.
Yeah.
Would I say you memorize the anatomy? I don't think you memorize the anatomy.
No.
Maybe to some level you must.
Like, maybe you memorize the, like,
I'm trying to think of some things that
physiology.
I legitimately memorized. Like, there was a few things. Like, I think you might argue that I sort of memorized a bicycle. Did I? Or did I just remember a bicycle? I think I figured out a bicycle. There's something though. There's something I memorized. Because a bicycle, I think I would have figured out through trial and error, right? But oh, I know what it was. I still haven't really done it. It was a motorcycle engine.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like I have no idea. Whereas, like, somebody that fixes motorcycles could probably figure that out, right?
Right.
And that lesson I do where the kids draw from memory a bicycle, that 100% doesn't come from being good at drawing. It comes 100% from having fixed bicycles, right? Like, I'm pretty familiar with the insides of the bicycle, so it's totally easy for me to do that.
Right.
Did I memorize the human body? I do remember when I couldn't get it right. Like I remember, I'm gonna stick with trial and error though. I remember drawing say like a guy trying to do a layup in basketball.
Yeah.
And feeling like through the foreshortening, I couldn't find where the elbow was supposed to be. And being frustrated that you can see that it's wrong, but you can't see how it's wrong.
Mhm.
And there was this kid, I don't remember his name. He's kind of a snot nose actually. And it led to an awkward situation where he ran away from home. He was like an adult, but he like ditched his family and was living independently of his family. And I remember, you probably remember this, his mom came by and asked us to help find him. And we're like, we don't know where he is. And then also, I would need to know that he needs to be found to help you with that, right?
Do something.
And then without any strings attached, she just gave me a check for $500 for the gallery and said, this is for all the good you do. However, I kind of felt like it was attached to helping her find her son, who was like an adult and wanted to be left alone.
Yeah, that's not.
I went to the point of getting a hold of him, and I think I told him that I was in contact with his mom, and asked him if he would consider connecting with her so that she can like put away her stresses, and got an earful, which is fair because it was none of my business. But
You're always doing the best you can.
sure. But then we gave that money away to somebody that had a legal fight for hitting somebody with their camera. And I wasn't taking sides. I don't actually think you should be hitting people with your cameras, but I
What
wasn't there.
about 7-pound book bags?
Totally not. Anyways, I didn't feel comfortable keeping the money, so we gave it away. And I just remember, geez, I have so many like books, stories in the air right now. What was the thing I was talking about before?
Like your painter friends taking photos and you.
Right. Okay. You want to hear what this story is actually about?
I like all your stories though.
No, this is like pieces of stories colliding. What I was actually saying, what I'd learned about through photography was
Yeah.
I'd bought into the idea, and I'm not sure where I got this idea,
Oh yeah.
that we wouldn't be able to use the color negatives on the Hansa. I think that came from researching on the Hansa.
Because we're learning ourselves.
Right, but there's more to it than that.
The sources are all old school.
The
Like-
sources are old school, but there's also more to it than that.
Okay.
No, I'm not correcting you.
No,
Like,
I'm like trying
You're
to get
right,
to
but
the
it's-
right language.
it-
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying it's deeper. It goes farther
Yeah.
into the hole.
Yeah.
Because the terminology for photography is kind of contrary to artists.
Mm.
And so if you're creative and you think in a nonlinear fashion, I found personally the terminology for photography really difficult to follow. Then what I found out was that there's a certain mindset that really takes to photography, and it has to do with having the right wiring to follow the instructions like you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the terminology that's dictated by the engineers that made the
Camera.
cameras, right?
Right.
So the fact that the camera is designed by an engineer
Yeah.
who's not thinking poetically,
Yeah.
right? And then the photographer, like you, can think poetically and mechanically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the painter, who's like a little more flaky and thinking
Or has a
poetically,
different vocabulary, lives in a different world. Like
right? That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
So I think a lot of people would agree that there's something kind of confusing and backwards about the way the f-stops are described. But it makes sense in a math sense, and it makes sense in an engineering sense.
Yeah.
But it's kind of backwards.
Actually, it makes sense in the biology sense to me.
Sure. But what I find is that there is sort of a gap between learning how to shoot photography and thinking poetically. The photographs need to be poetic, but figuring out how to slow down and use your f-stops, right, was a mystery to me for quite some time. And then so in doing research on the Hansa, right, I was really struck as to like, no, you cannot use the Hansa for color film, because you kind of can't, but you also totally can, right? And so those situations where it's like the rule says you can't do this, and then I just brazenly run in and do it, doesn't line up with like my experience of, well, why did I try it and then see if it works? Which was what happened when, I don't know how long it was after, like, I guess since Christmas, somewhere along the line, I was trying to learn whether I could use the Hansa to develop color photos. The answer is 100% no. It's not the right tool for developing color photos. But where I got stuck was, I had wondered and tried out to see if you could use color negatives to make black and white photos, which my brain wouldn't like. Why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah.
The only thing is, if we tried it and it didn't work, and because you're talking about like thinking in terms of layers and also not just layers, but also
Light, value,
composition and
positive
negative space, right? So some of the color photos are just really saturated and they turn into blobs.
Right.
But if you have good color
contrast
in your color photos,
Yeah.
It works amazing on the hands. And actually, what I really liked was the Phoenix with the really blue photos.
Right.
It was really like stunning when we did them as black, like really like just another kind of gray, you know?
That's what's so beautiful about how you see things. You don't see things as like, yes, you can or no, you can't. You're like, if this is this, then I should be able to do this, and that you try stuff like.
Yeah, and then
That's the
sometimes you find out like you built something toxic and you're gonna die.
Yeah, but like that's how we learned everything. Actually, like that's how we learned how to run the gallery. What works, what doesn't work.
What have we got no business doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that one model that was like livid with us for doing puppets? She's like, people go to university to do puppets. I'm like, are you like in my gallery telling me that puppets are sacred and we shouldn't tread? Because the whole point of that gallery was to try out things that you haven't done before.
We're uncomfortable, yeah. Because if you only try out things that are comfortable.
Well, yeah, and there's that, right? Photography is often uncomfortable. Now, I'm getting more comfortable with myself, like with how I look.
Yeah, also
and I feel like I'm developing a new sense of like identity in terms of like how I want to dress or how I want to be seen. And well, that's interesting because I would say I've never had an interest in how I'm seen, unless it was to say this is how I would look if I wanted you to know I don't care how I look. Right. So how I'm seen would be specifically, I would prefer to be seen as
not
the kind of person that doesn't care how they're seen, which is still conscious, right? Like I get dressed and I'm looking for a black T-shirt. I got a blue one on today, which is wild.
Wild.
But like, it's as limiting to try and limit yourself so that you don't look like you're trying to fit in as it is to try and fit in.
Right.
But I definitely did not want to fit in. So But now I'm finding myself buying little jaunty hats. And I'm also recognizing that when I went to art school, not only didn't have enough money for film, but it seemed like all the guys in the photo department had little jaunty hats. You know, like
Mhm.
so. I'm not sure. I don't think it's vanity, but it's definitely a sense of physical identity that I hadn't had before.
I like how you said that. Identity, like
And that was never an interest of mine. Should we be worried, goats?
No.
There's a bunch of grunting coming from your department.
I'm just tired. I didn't get any sleep last night.
How?
Look at a little sleep.
How did you not get any sleep last night?
I stayed up late. I couldn't
Ah,
sleep.
that's totally different. What time did you want to go to bed early?
No.
What were we doing? Staying up tonight? We should watch a couple things. We should watch the end of Indiana Jones.
what do you mean?
Spider-Man, yeah.
Ringing and not.
Who is it?
I don't know. I can't find it.
You can't find your phone.
I do want to.
Do you want me to go find your phone?
No.
You know what I would do? I'd pretend it's a bowl. Now that you know how to look for a bowl.
What else were you gonna say to watch, Rich?
To watch?
Yeah, because you said, "Oh, we should watch a few things." And I interrupted by saying Spider-Man, Noir,
The
end of Indiana Jones.
and the end of Good Omens.
Oh yeah, the last episode. That was nice watching it over again.
What do you think of my drawing?
I love that. Your drawing says, "I'm jumping this fence," and the picture does not say that. I like that. I like that about being a painter and then a photographer.
Look at this, Felix. Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. Doctor.
Oh, that was great. Look at that. Yeah, I was gonna say the tape, Felix, will make it look like kind of like, what would you say, on jerseys or on
Screen. Doctor.
like the kind of
Trying to
font.
put this away till later.
Wow. The cheap new embroidery floss is not a win.
Where did you get it?
Michaels. It was the cheaper stuff. It wasn't it. They have nice stuff there. I just grabbed a whole bunch of black for when I was teaching the kids, because they always run out of black because they outline everything. And I'm like thinking, wow, I should never cheap out on embroidered floss, because if they were going to like it, they're not going to, because it keeps knotting up. So that's what I learned. Just
It's not the way to do it.
right now, not the way to do it. Don't cheap out on art supplies for kids ever, because if they were going to like it, big chance they're not going to like it when it doesn't work properly.
How did your art supplies go as a kid?
Like my parents, or like,
Yeah.
I think they got me nice stuff. Like, I didn't know as much. I was using pencil crayons a lot, markers. There wasn't YouTube, so crayons, paints. I had watercolors always. Actually, yeah, I think I always. My grandpa was an artist, and so my mom always like worked with me. So I always had, pretty much always had everything I wanted. Actually, for art supplies. How about you?
Not good.
Well, you took your dad's drafting pencils.
Like there was always risk.
There's always a risk. It wasn't given. You had to work for it.
Well, and like then I kept those pieces hidden,
Right.
and then I was afraid of getting caught with them. Like I literally stole my dad's drafting supplies, and then hoarded them. And then when they ran out, there was like no replacement, right? Like I can like, oh, can
What
I get?
about your mom as an artist?
I didn't know my mom was an artist. My mom always got me pencils and stuff. Like that was part of like how she controlled me. No, like it was just a smart way to get like a
Yeah.
hyperactive kid to sit still. It's like if we had an appointment, she would
Right.
give me a pencil or something.
That's nice.
And at a point where I was like infant and everybody in the waiting room was afraid I'd poke my eyeball out with a pencil.
So she knew enough. Like, she knew you.
I just remember not having like art supplies. Like especially in high school, I remember getting 3 small tubes of paint. And I had red, blue, yellow. And I was supposed to mix black and I was supposed to leave the white. And I remember like pressing so hard trying to stretch the paint out. And that is something that kind of like stuck with me until Gorilla House. If I were to say like the gift that Elijah gave me, it was probably his laissez-faire attitude towards cherishing art supplies.
That's nice.
And leave the paint caps off. And I was like, you don't leave the paint caps off your paints?
I like how you sing. I like seeing how you sing.
You know what I'd like to do?
What?
I would like to watch what's that Michael Douglas film where he's a writing teacher? Wonder Boys.
Oh yeah, great. Isn't that more of like a wintertime film?
Hmm.
I definitely have like seasons attached to things.
Well, here's something.
Mhm.
You made such nice curtains in the living room.
Mhm.
And because we've been scanning films, it seems like winter because we sat all day in the dark. And then we went for a bike ride and it was like smoking hot. And I was like, wow, this is like what summer's like. Which felt really otherworldly because I don't think we really ever appreciated summer while we're running the gallery.
Right.
So it seems like 12 years since we've seen summertime.
Is that something we need to be cognizant of, like not being too obsessed with film? Because
I'm getting a little better, actually. Like,
Okay.
I didn't take my camera out today.
yeah,
And I was
Well, I
recognizing, like, I think I was starting to notice that, like, like I don't want to act like, oh, I'm so into it, but I'm definitely like keeping my stability through
Mhm.
this year. It's photography.
yeah,
Previous years it was cycling, right? Like if I didn't get out for a bike ride in certain years, I felt like I was going to lose my mind, you
Right.
know. And then there are times when I sort of feel like I'm really itching for that fix.
Mhm.
But I do also sort of feel like a bit of comfort. Like this round of film,
yeah.
after we developed,
Mhm.
was the first time I let go of the mania of getting all the film scanned.
Yeah, that's nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we'd scan film and sometimes I'd put it away till tomorrow because we have school. It's time to stop scanning film,
That like
Rich.
made us. Yeah.
But now it's like, no, I'll just do this roll today. And I saw some beautiful things on the bike ride today and thought that's okay. I have maybe having lots of time leaves me feeling way less manic.
Yes, I think so. You're right. I like that.
But that actually lines up with a lot of like why I am both highly addictive but also highly resistant to addiction. Is that I can really feel myself going down that oh now I have to shoot photos. Great. Well, you know what? Photos can eat my something unpleasant.
I'm gonna go have a glass of milk.
Yeah. So I could definitely feel like the instinct of obsession kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
And then was able to back off quite a bit. And I think you have similar experiences, but word them differently. Because I remember you were going through a phase where you wanted to get less manic about shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought you were worried about money.
No.
What I find, again, like how the last 100 years of photography advice is how to get cleaner, more accurate pictures. That was actually the conversation that led to the art school thing. Is I started thinking about how much I wanted to shoot photography in art school.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't available to me.
Yeah.
And then I was crazy to get my hands on a digital camera. And then the anxiety attached to a digital camera as it loses its value day by day.
Right.
For somebody that's not eating well, because you don't have enough money for food, having a camera depreciating is really stressful.
Mm-hmm. We just waited until we got cameras that appreciate.
And well, it's still expensive, but at least we can afford it now, right? Like it's. I told Cam I was going to. Hello.
Hi guys, sorry I was away from the camera for a bit. My dad called me from Thailand.
Oh, nice. How he's doing? How is he doing?
He's not doing well. He just told me they're holding him hostage or something, which is not true. It's the dementia. So he's completely confused what's going on. He's got his lungs are not doing well because he has COPD. He's he's got like all these things stuck up his nose and everything. And I'm trying to. He's like they're. He's not making sense. Is technically what I said. He's going to be 85 this July.
Oh.
So he's in rough shape. I can't even understand what he's talking about. He keeps going in and out. He calls me. So my other two half sisters, he calls me Dow, and then he'll call me Fossai, which is the other sister I have, and then he'll call me Kelly. So he's completely confused.
Oh, that's too bad.
So I don't know what's going on with him, but he keeps telling me he's gonna die, and I'm like, Dad, you're not, and you know what I mean. It's just, I just lost the connection with him because I don't know what's going on, but I have, and he's gotten worse in the last little while. He never was like that.
He lives in Thailand.
What?
He lives in Thailand.
Yeah, he lives in Thailand.
Are you ever
The
gonna?
Thai hospitals are not very good, obviously.
Are you ever
'Cause
gonna?
you have to pay for your medical stuff. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. I think there's a lag. Do you want to go see him in Thailand?
I did wanted to go see him, but I don't think I want to see him in this frail state. I just want to remember him the way he was. So that's why I haven't gone to see him. Because he's gone. When he was 81, he was okay. I could have gone to see him, but he didn't want me to go see him.
Yeah.
And then this year he said, "You can come down to see me." And I'm like, "Well, you're not doing well. So what's me going down there going to help?" Right?
I'd like to go to Thailand.
Like I'd like to, but the thing is you have to get all those shots.
Mm.
You have to get the Thai flu fever shots and stuff. There's about 5 or 6 shots you have to get.
Yeah.
Then
And
I'm not.
it's also, so you think it's hot now in Calgary? It's way hotter there.
We never think it's too hot in Calgary.
That's you.
And him. He's
It'd be-
never hot.
It would be plus 45 there,
Mm.
maybe plus 50.
I know you're a person. I meant person.
I can't do extreme heat, that's for sure. We did Mexico when it was plus 47, and I got heat stroke.
Why does your dad like Thailand?
We went to Thailand 2 years ago, me and Steve, for his Christmas thing. We went to
Mexico.
I can't remember where it was, but that was the first time I got to go in the second time to go in the ocean. So, but got to see the ruins, so that was cool. And then got heat stroke,
Oh man.
where I had to drink lots of coconuts.
Live
But
and experience. Live and learn.
yeah, exactly. I even had I was drinking water, I just felt really sick because of the heat.
Yeah.
Look at this crazy film I got. It's turns everything crazy inside out colors.
Here, I should move that so you can see.
No, it's
me.
okay.
Oh, I guess you shared it on.
Oh, you're adding to your album. That's cool.
It's an addiction.
I like a lot of the black and white ones you take of Jesse, and I like the ones, Jesse, you take of Rich.
Mhm.
Like the ones where he's leaning against something and it looks cool. It's like, ooh, professional.
Someone asked me, there's like 2 guys walking down the street. They're like, what are you taking a picture of? And I was like, him. I essentially just put him in front of other backgrounds and then just like, Rich, go in front of this background. Rich, go in front of this background. And like,
He's very photogenic, that's for sure.
pictures of just like Rich in front of this background. Yeah.
Printable Rich.
But the black and white ones I really like.
I
They're
do.
really cool.
Very romantic. Yeah, I love them.
Sorry, not
Yeah. There you go. You should do a photograph book. Romance.
Oh, a book. Yeah. I was like, we have lots
Yeah.
of books, but yeah, I like that idea. Yeah.
You should take a picture of Dad and then like put it.
Green
Not.
screen.
No. Sorry, I said that wrong.
When I'm old.
You should, you should take a picture.
No, you didn't say it wrong. You put me in front of a green screen.
No, I know. I have a better way. I've got a funnier idea.
Okay.
You take a picture of him with his phone on your phone.
Yeah.
And then you print it, and then you like cut it out, and then you attach it to a popsicle stick,
Cardboard me.
and then yeah.
Well, if I outlive him, which I probably won't, that's what I'll do.
That would be funny, actually.
While I have
Like,
the version, I will do the living.
oh, there you go. You could put Popsicles Rich in like Paris and Popsicle Rich in somewhere else. And somewhere else.
This is Popsicle Rich defeating the dragon with St. George.
There you go. That would be cool.
He's just having the St. George is doing all the work.
It's like taking a picture of the dragon.
Pretty fun.
Why would you get?
I don't know.
Sorry.
It's fine. Why would you get it?
Why would you get? I wonder what that was saying.
That's awesome.
Why would you get a happy life when you could have a life?
Pew, 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 pew.
Spider-Man. Spider.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Went to throw this piece of string and it just fell off my hand right there. It's like droopy string. Oh, sorry. Where's that? Here. How can I won't show the whole thing. But look, these photos are my obsession that I had
Closer.
over the last few days. 2 days, 3 days. I got we have all of our records in a
Yes.
case, in the IKEA case, and it's like a 5x5. And I started taking pictures, and we got a whole list of all of our records now. Because Rich has always talked about like for insurance purposes and like what if
No, that's not true.
what?
I've never talked about insurance purposes, and you just gave me shit for it.
Well, you were saying that you had mentioned it before, and
I know. I
ignoring
was
it.
no. I was,
Did I ignore?
it's not important to the story. It's just not true. Sorry for interrupting. And we just had.
Why did I do all that work then?
You did all that work for insurance purposes, but it's not true that I wanted to do this for insurance purposes. I think that's why I corrected you. Is it actually like it matters to me that that's not true?
Oh.
So what's true is I wanted to have the records itemized
Mhm.
so that I can find them.
Oh, there. That
But there's like 100 reasons why it's a great idea to itemize the records. The one that like triggered you into action was insurance.
That's so dorky.
Well, and it's weird that like first of all, it was in my mind like, yeah, here's a great reason to do this. Not my reason, but a reason.
Yeah.
And for some reason, when I said that, you were like on it.
I'm like way dorkier than I thought I was.
Right, but I didn't actually want it for that purpose. I wanted it just so that I could find the records. Now you're amazing at like our home is like, I would say, unfairly supported by you organizing things. Like, there just isn't time to keep up with how fast you clean up and organize and fix things,
That is
which is amazing. Makes me feel like Fred Flintstone because I'm actually a feminist, but I live in this house where I can't make myself a sandwich because you've like tricked me into being completely useless.
No, it's like how our brains work are totally different.
Right.
And like I am controlling like my brain, not in a negative way, but like
You'll have the pancakes.
the whole wheat. No, but it's like controlling in a way that like I'm okay with chaos up until a point, but then if I have the ability to control something and have it like organized, then I'm gonna do that. And
Right.
then if you want it, like things that you want to be in control of, that's like I let that be your thing. So
Well, there's also things you can't lift, right? And I
Yeah.
never make you feel bad about
Yeah.
that.
yeah, and I never
But at the same time, it would have been impossible for me to document those records because they keep moving around, right? So one of us had to take control over the record documentation.
Yeah.
And the other, and I didn't touch anything in the house the entire time you're doing that. I didn't touch my computer. I didn't move your phone. I didn't play records. I was like, I would think, oh, I think I'll play a record. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to mess with that system. And then I wanted to see something on my computer. I was like, I need to go find my phone and log this out on my phone because I just had it in my brain that like it's important that you are able to keep track of that stuff. And I couldn't keep track of that stuff if I was on my own. If I was on my own, I could have maybe spent a few months doing that. You got it done in 2 days, which was amazing. It is true that do you see this?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. But you got it done in 2 days, and now like I'm able to like look at the spreadsheet because I don't know where anything is, and like it's just like I randomly guess at what food I'm going to eat at the restaurant, but I also randomly guess at what record I want to listen to. Like I basically just, and I see you struggling because you kind of know where things are. You're like, oh, what you listen to? Like, just grab something because that's what I do because I can never. But today I was like, oh,
Can I tell you one thing that is because we have a weird system that we've categorized things by first names. So it's like Frank, if you want Sinatra. It's like the one that is mismanaged, and I'm kind of I'm justifying it because it's the Jackson 5, not only Michael Jackson. Maybe that's why we did it. The Jackson 5. It's not Michael Jackson alone. It's the Jackson 5. But that was the one I was like, do I move that to M for Michael Jackson? But it's the Jackson 5, so
No.
it'll be under J.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm glad I talked that out because that one thing was really bothering me. Thank you. Thank you for being there for that. Thank you.
I would put it under numbers.
5?
Yeah,
But Jackson comes first.
I'm just non-linear, you know.
So now we're thinking like, oh, how should we categorize them? Because now that we know what we have. You know what? Actually, the other thing that's sticking out in my head that I might have to rebuy is Procol Harum Shine On. Because that was the one I knew I would find. and I
Okay,
didn't
but do you
find it.
know this? Let me tell you a story.
Yes.
We ended up getting that on iTunes
I know.
because the
Oh,
record was $300.
that's what it was. Oh, also, we have the Louis Armstrong, that the Hot 5s and 7s on your iTunes
Because you can't get that
you
on
can't get
vinyl.
it on vinyl. You're right. Okay. You'll alleviate 2 huge stresses. Thank you.
Minor stresses, I hope.
Minor.
This up your nose. Are you doing that to bug me?
No.
Were you afraid on any level that it might bug me?
No.
You know what's nice is having a big bucket of this and thinking, wow, that's more markers than I can ever use. And then opening them up and going, oh, these are all half dead. And then some of them are not, which is like, again, like, who in their right mind takes dead markers and puts them in a bucket with live markers?
I don't use markers.
How'd that bucket
Oh,
get there?
I know why. I don't
Stop.
use markers and I throw them in a box. That's why I don't use markers. Sorry. Sorry.
Right. Now, you don't think I'm very organized, right?
But you would never do that. You're right.
Do you know what I do at school?
You test out all the markers?
In my downtime, my Zen is going through markers.
Oh, my Zen is sharpening pencil crayons.
Right. And if they're not good, you chuck them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, you sharpen the pencil crayon, and if it breaks
Right.
twice,
Yeah.
then it's time to go to heaven for
Yeah.
pencil sharpeners.
A pencil sharpener or a pencil?
No, if your pencil breaks while you're sharpening it, you sharpen it and it breaks and sharpen it and it breaks. If it breaks twice, it's basically because somebody's
That
dropped the pencil
sucks
too many
so
times.
bad.
It'll be worse if he doesn't clean it up.
Yeah.
Then I will lose all respect.
All right. Bye, guys. I'm gonna go to my mom's house. See you later.
That is not cool.
Yeah, your sense of humor is getting weirder. Yeah.
Oh no.
I do remember like one of the most vicious, like, things you shouldn't say on the internet. One of the most vicious parent battles I ever dealt with at school. And it was vicious. Like, there's all kinds of allegations. Was this one kid that really liked video games. And the mom was really angry because the dad let the kid play video games all the time. The kid just lived for video games. And then decided he's going to go live at his dad's house because dad loved to play video games all the time. And then it just escalated from there. Like,
That feels like bad parenting.
how do you see it sometimes? Are you working on any of this stuff? Are you done with this?
No, I'm gonna do it more later, maybe at home. I have paint markers at home.
No, you can take the ones you need for this one. Did you find the gray Sharpie, or is that a different one?
I have all.
Did you find a silver
It's
Sharpie
right
in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have all of the paints that I used at home.
Yeah.
And I would just rather do it at home.
Look at this stuff.
I
It's
know.
got like something.
Yeah.
Okay. How much time we got left?
Half an hour?
Half an hour.
Go find my phone.
Sure.
I'll go.
Ooh. By the way, did you see that I found an entire jar full of pencil sharpeners?
Yeah. You said you like sharpeners? That is the fun part of cleaning.
Where did Davis go?
One bedroom? Okay. Okay.
I was going to ask Kelly if she wanted to take a, what do you call it? Like a family, what do I always call it?
Caravan?
Caravan, yeah. Convoy.
Convoy?
Convoy to Thailand. But then as soon as she said shots, I'm like, no. That sounds like a lot of planning. Not that I'm afraid of shots.
Like months in advance because you have to
I just
do
don't like the idea of planning that far.
a certain time that has to elapse to take different shots.
Also, not crazy about needing shots.
Right.
Like, what is that all about?
Well, we're very lucky here.
Right. But I remember our custodian went away somewhere and came back, and people were talking about how he picked up a parasite. And the way they said it, they just made it sound like, oh, like I got to go pick up a envelope from Canada Post. But it wasn't an envelope from Canada Post. It was a parasite. It's like another creature living in his body. I was like, you know what? Why would anybody do that? And if you can't escape it for sure, that sucks. But like to fly there on WestJet and come home and owe money for parasite that's
living off of all the food you're eating.
like, why does that terrify me so much more than fire? Need a paper towel really quick.
Uh,
Oh, you don't have to run.
you said really quick.
Well, there's a paper towel right here for one thing.
Oh, that would be good information.
Am I being a bit of a baby about the parasites?
No, I think it's totally like fire is like clean.
Okay, but
Parasite is gonna live with you forever.
am I kind of like
I feel like that's a reasonable understanding. Like fire, cleanly, like clean, done.
also, I'm not going to say it online, what I heard, but I was shocked that I heard the worst word that I know in, I think Ukrainian, yesterday at Safeway. Like, there isn't a worse word. These two Ukrainian ladies walked by and they said this word. I'm like, I think I know what that word is. Because you know what? Not that different.
No.
No, I'm just saying, like, and like,
How did that come up in your head?
I looked it up.
You were talking about parasites.
Or maybe I think people that use words like that are parasites.
Parasites, that's pretty good actually. That's a good connection.
No, I think it has to do with, like, what's wrong with people. I guess, okay, like, it seems to me the places where you might get a parasite is also some luxury traveling, which just seems like
Avoidable.
like if you're putting your money into an all-inclusive where you're going to get plastered and take advantage of the powerful dollar, I think you kind of deserve a parasite.
That's right. I like in Night of the Iguana how how Ava Gardner was so like, oh, that's nothing to be worried about. Call it Montezuma's Revenge.
Was that Night of the Iguana, or was that
Night of the Iguana. Because she was running the hotel and the ladies were all like,
wasn't Mugumbo?
It's not the Iguana. Because she was,
Well, if
Where
you
should
could
I go?
just bolt and then come back.
Oh.
I do think I've heard that before. So, do you like develop a tolerance for parasites, or a knack for not catching them, or how does somebody go there and not end up filled with parasites?
oh, I was sorry. Well, I think it depends on where you're going and what you're consuming.
What does that mean?
Like if you are in a place where there's like controlled use of like they're washing the vegetables with like bottled water as opposed to like
No, but like just the theoretically
oh
Ava Gardner
yeah
not having Montezuma's revenge.
oh yeah
was
she
'cause she
lived
was-
there, you're right, maybe
Yeah, like how does do you
Tolerance.
develop a tolerance to it, or
tolerance.
and then are there places in the world where people just live with parasites?
Maybe they called them a name and they're like, that's Fred.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, I
Fred
would
lives in
assume that a
New
lot of parasites don't bother you that much. Right? Like a viable parasite would not consume the host, right?
Oh right.
I still don't like the idea of it. But,
It's awful.
well, do we have parasites right now?
No. No, we don't.
How do you know?
I just oh.
Don't we have like 1 million parasites in our eyelids?
How did I do this?
How'd you start this conversation?
As soon as you said eyelids, my brain like literally shut off. But I think I just did it backwards after. Oh, that's funny. I'm looking at it upside down. Am I though? Okay. Sorry, continue. Or maybe don't continue.
Like, I guess my question is that like everybody gets sick and everybody's carrying parasites, but just when you first get the parasites, are you like having a bigger reaction? And that's why we talk about like negatively about parasites, but otherwise it's like everybody everywhere is always carrying parasites. Like maybe that's just part of the life cycle.
I don't know. And that's just like because of our experience living here, it's not.
No, like we're just used to the parasites we have here.
Oh, I see. I don't think we are though, because like we still don't drink the water because of beaver fever. That's a parasite. Or maybe we're used to the other parasites, but those ones are not good ones. Curious. Curious and curious.
I had a weird experience today where you went in to buy some pizza dough,
Mhm.
and then while we're waiting outside,
Mhm.
a young lady walked by that wasn't properly dressed.
If you're joining us for the first time, we are not judgmental. We are just looking out for people, and people are being taken advantage of on a major level these 10 days and not taken care of and not respected. So that's
Right?
what.
Did I sound
as-
snooty there? or-
No, you didn't at all. But I was just like, if you heard this out of context, you could be like, whoa, what's that guy saying? It's like, no, he's just looking out like as a father would to any of these people. And it's like, I think that's a really important thing. Like,
A distinction.
yeah.
Like, that girl's got nice teeth. She's got a dad somewhere that bought her braces.
Yeah, 100%. That is a very sweet thought.
Not to say that mom might not have paid for the braces, but like
Just parents that love her.
somewhere,
Yeah.
somebody's disappointed in those shorts. And then, would you wear those short pairs like if your parents were like coming over later? Do you have like a backup pair of shorts to put on when they get there? Like,
Well, what's the rest of your story? Sorry.
that was the whole story.
It sounds like she was wearing more clothes than the other girl you saw.
No, the other girl I saw had a flat out bare bum and a gun holster. So, like, she wasn't in a rush. She didn't get chased out of the house or anything. She had a gun holster on where the shorts should be. Problem is, gun holster did not do anything to protect the dignity of her butt cheeks. There's two giant bare butt cheeks walking through the downtown, and I was like, And on the beach, it would have been inappropriate. That's how bare that butt was. Like, if there was a thong, I couldn't see it. Not that I was looking. It just looked like a girl with a bare butt. Like, I was just assuming somewhere flossed between the butt cheeks was some kind of underpant garment that would keep you from like
Contracting things.
touching a park bench
Yeah.
if you sat down.
That is a worry.
And then I saw somebody on the social media making a similar comment, but they'd taken a picture and posted it, which is kind of the opposite of my intention, right? Like,
Mhm.
I wasn't wanting
You're
to
not
shame,
shaming.
yeah, right? But it was definitely like, okay, first of all, that looks just like, it was like, no, the girl in this photo is way more dressed than the girl I saw walking home the other day. And also, maybe it fits with, that's also the worst, my recurring dream,
Right. Now
where I'm trying to get somewhere and I don't have anything covering my bum. My recurring dream where I have no pants and I have to get on an airplane.
different strokes for different folks.
Right.
What terrifies you does not terrify her, apparently.
Right. And why am I so repressed?
You were raised at a different time.
You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to go for a walk with bare butt. Totally not going to do that. Maybe that's how that dream starts. I'm trying to like lighten up a bit. Next thing I know, I'm on the street and I don't have the pants. Again, if you're into that, like, I don't want anybody to feel like I would judge you for not having pants on.
No, it's more.
I just spend the rest of the day hoping you got home safely.
That's all. That's the thing. Okay, thank you. That's what I was wanting to say earlier. It's like you actually carry that with you and you think about that person's well-being forever. Like, you are the kind of person that you're like affected by people and you see them and then you're worried like about them indefinitely. there's indefinite worry in
Right.
Cheru's brain. So it's not out of judgment, it's out of like now I have another person to worry about in my brain.
It's actually how we got together.
I was wearing a little bit more pants, but yes.
I didn't mean that.
No, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. Sorry.
Your sketchy judgment,
Like a little bit. I said a little bit.
which works on
Those
two levels.
One pair of shorts.
I was concerned about your sketchy judgment.
Yeah.
Two, how else are you going to end up with a guy like me? So, when Rich Saber has to be the voice of reason, shit has gone sideways. Did you ever see the movie or read the book, Jacob Tutu and the Hooded Fang?
No, but it sounds good.
Mm.
Oh, junior high?
Probably. It's Canadian. I'm wanting to think it was Morgan Richter.
It sounds familiar. I'm not sure if I did. Because I was also not very good at reading books in junior high.
I think you were on the honor roll.
I was really good at
Lying.
reading comprehension tests.
Lying.
Really good at reading comprehension tests.
Did you get to be on the honor roll when you
Really?
tell them you didn't read the book?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, tell them? No. Lie.
No. Lying.
Sorry, Miss McGilvery. 100% sorry. sorry.
Wait, your teacher
was-
was also named McGilvery?
Yeah, we've been through this.
Hmm.
But she is not McGilvery anymore. She's Varner.
Hmm.
She was Miss McGilvery. She taught me in junior high. She was my English teacher.
I've met her recently.
And I want to give her a copy of your book.
Where is she right now?
Probably in Calgary. We should message her.
What am I going to do tonight before we forget?
I could do it.
Also, don't forget to tell her you didn't read your books.
Like my husband's very concerned that I lied to you earlier. Well, I was like wanting to tell you that I also had the experience of not reading a full book until like later in life, like college, because I could do that. Like I got 90s. I got 98 in English in grade 12. Like I'm really good at understanding big concepts and answering what they want you to answer. So it's like learning how to jump through those hoops.
Right.
Is-
Did they also write those exams knowing that nobody read the book and they need somebody to pass?
I would hope not.
Because I actually didn't do that bad in English.
Because
Either.
because you're good at inferencing too.
No, because I needed to go to art school.
Yeah, they looked at your English grade, not your art grade.
I think that happened around me, to tell you the truth. Something clicked in my brain where I got good at English without realizing I was good at English. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm thinking like because you had a good teacher. Was
I had
it,
a few good English teachers.
Yeah. like I'm thinking, was it that like all of a sudden like you start getting some good teachers and you start like taking part too because with you it's not about not being smart. It's
I wasn't
about-
taking part.
It's about not taking part.
I wasn't taking part.
Oh, ever?
That's what I'm saying is
Oh.
I didn't think I was good in English.
Mm-hmm.
I was barely present. And ended up getting like shocked. Like I scored the highest grade on a what are those tests called where they test a test?
Whisks?
No. Like a tryout test.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. The word will come.
But I got the highest grade and everybody in the class failed and my teacher was really mad. And then they rewrote the class and I got like a similar grade.
Because you're smart.
Well, it's because I'm divergent.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the problems was definitely like And I actually really bothered when I hear, like, sometimes I overhear the teachers talking about this, about like they're giving a test on reading comprehension,
Mhm.
and there's a good chance that, like, why are they so sure they know what the story's about? You know, like, that part blows my mind that people still think that way.
Yeah, it's like you have to. I'm pretty proud of the. I only give one test as a final when I have to, but it's like we have taken out all of the questions that are like that. Like you have to ask the questions of like objective truths. You can't ask questions based on like subjective emotions, or else.
Well, but isn't there kind of an English teacher like thing that
Oh.
you're entitled to decide what a passage is about?
Okay, I was gonna say when they ask about the theme of something.
I even found like object and subject of a sentence, and it's really like, oh no, this is the object. Like, well, like, how do you know? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're to talk about the object and the subject of a sentence, or even just something as like the noun or the verb, right?
Yeah.
Like, it might matter to you the color of the car more than the kind of the car. So that's, to me, that seems kind of subjective.
Right. That would be hard.
Like,
Yeah.
in some cases, brown was the noun, you know? Well, why not though? Do you know what I mean by that?
100%. And that's like
Maybe
your brain
the
helps me
point was
see other
about it
things.
being brown, not the fact that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can't give you an example.
Taking this sentence out of context is like, and not being able to talk to the author.
Well, yeah, and then being an author and listening to people like talk about how,
Like, what if someone did a class on your book and tested the kids?
Yeah.
Got it wrong.
yeah, like the lesson here.
Is be a good student. And don't hit your vice principals. That's not the lesson.
How much time is it?
7 minutes.
What do you think of this?
I've really watched it. It's beautiful. Oh my god, I love it. I love his little thingies. The little dragon's fingies.
What makes you so sure it's a dragon? It's a joke.
I know.
Why does this St. George the Dragon remind me of the shop we found by where my motorcycle place was? Where they bought like estates and things?
I don't know.
You remember my old motorcycle place? I was so relieved that they didn't fix my bike anymore. And then there was like a liquidation place next door.
Oh, yeah. The liquidation place. Maybe because it looks almost like it could be like from a black velvet painting. Like,
Let's get some black velvet.
we have lots of black velvet. We should be painting.
Kelly, you still with us? Kelly,
Yeah, I'm still here.
good night.
Night. Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.
See you guys on Saturday, maybe.
I'll probably see you then.